Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion, something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as number one.
Excellency Turki Al Sheikh has said he wants to see Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. What is your honest thoughts on that as an opportunity and a potential fight?
Oh, it's always is a chance there, right? We'll see, but always is a chance there, and we're here to make the best deals and always.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., one of boxing's greatest defensive masterminds, has shared his insights on a potential blockbuster fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. As an undefeated champion who has faced Alvarez and closely followed Crawford's rise, Mayweather's perspective is invaluable. His breakdown of the matchup evaluates both fighters' strengths, weaknesses, and the strategic elements that could ultimately determine the outcome of this highly anticipated fight.
I had a chance to hang around Earl. I had a chance to hang around Terence. And both guys, class act, both. I'm proud of Terence Crawford. I'm proud of him. But you know, after the fight, after all the Terence Crawford fights, I always text him or call him and say congratulations. With Earl Spence, same thing. You know, a lot of times you're gonna hear certain things. You know, I'm not jealous of these fighters. I'm proud of these fighters. I'm for real. I'm very, very proud of these fighters.
Mayweather's analysis holds special weight, as he was the first to expose Canelo Alvarez's weaknesses when they fought in 2013. At the time, Alvarez was an undefeated rising star with an impressive record. However, he struggled against Mayweather's superior boxing IQ, defensive skills, and counterpunching ability. In that fight, Mayweather demonstrated why he was levels above the competition, securing a majority decision despite the one-sided nature of the contest.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him, because you know, if you beat him, you wanna be the best in the world. At 23,
What do you think was so impressive about him?
his experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No,
What do you
I
think
think
was?
it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a
Mayweather's ability to evade Canelo's punches and land clean counters exposed the Mexican fighter's struggles against elusive boxers. Over the years, Canelo has greatly improved, becoming a multiple division world champion. However, Mayweather still believes that technical fighters like Terence Crawford could present significant challenges for Alvarez in future matchups.
Right now, in your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can't put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion, something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as number one.
Mayweather has frequently expressed admiration for Terence Crawford, often labeling him the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Crawford's ability to seamlessly switch between orthodox and southpaw stances makes him one of the most unpredictable and versatile boxers in the sport. His high ring IQ allows him to read opponents and adjust his strategy mid-fight, a skill Mayweather himself was known for during his career. Crawford has solidified his dominance in the welterweight division, with his impressive win over Errol Spence Jr. proving that he is on another level. However, one of the biggest questions surrounding a potential fight with Canelo Alvarez is whether Crawford can carry his skills up to a higher weight class and withstand the power of a naturally bigger fighter. Canelo Alvarez is renowned for his devastating power, particularly his left hook and body shots, which have broken down some of the best fighters in the world. His ability to absorb punishment and walk through shots has made him a feared opponent in multiple divisions. Having fought as high as 175 lbs, Canelo holds a clear advantage in terms of size and strength over Crawford, who has never fought above 147 lbs. Canelo has also made significant improvements to his defense since his loss to Mayweather, incorporating head movement and upper body slips to avoid punches more effectively. However, Canelo does have one lingering weakness: his struggles against fighters with elite movement and defensive skills. Fighters like Dimitri Bivol, who defeated Canelo in a dominant display, used lateral movement, foot speed, and counterpunching to neutralize his power. Mayweather sees similarities between Bivol and Crawford, particularly in the way both can frustrate opponents with their boxing IQ and tactical adjustments. Crawford's strengths lie in his ability to control the pace, land precise counters, and adjust his strategy based on his opponent's style. His knockout power at welterweight is undeniable, but against Canelo, the big question is whether his punches would carry enough impact to keep the Mexican champion at bay. One concern for Crawford is his tendency to take a few rounds to adjust before fully dominating his opponents. Against a powerful puncher like Canelo, a slow start could be costly. If Crawford gets caught with a big shot early, it could be difficult for him to recover, especially at a higher weight class.
Top 5 fighters right now in boxing. That's your top 5 right now in boxing. Not your that top 5 in boxing right now. Right now.
Champions or just anybody?
Top 5 right now.
Shakur #1, hands down. Tank, he up there. Canelo, Inoue, Tyson Fury.
Damn. That's now beforehand. Back, the back in the day.
Mayweather has highlighted that while Canelo Alvarez is an elite fighter, Terence Crawford's technical skill set gives him a legitimate chance to win. He believes Crawford's superior footwork and counterpunching ability could pose significant problems for Canelo. However, Mayweather also acknowledges that weight is crucial in boxing. Canelo's experience at higher weight classes could give him a decisive edge, particularly if the fight were to take place at super middleweight, where he would have a natural size and strength advantage. This could make it much harder for Crawford to implement his game plan. If the fight took place at a catch weight of around 160 obs, however, it could level the playing field, allowing Crawford to maintain his speed advantage without sacrificing too much power. One common misconception in boxing is that Crawford's win over Errol Spence Jr. at 147 obs means he could replicate the same success against Canelo Alvarez. Mayweather has cautioned against this comparison, pointing out that Spence and Canelo are very different fighters. While Spence was a dominant welterweight, he doesn't possess the same power and physical presence as Canelo. Additionally, Spence had never faced a world-class counterpuncher like Crawford, whereas Canelo has already fought some of the best defensive fighters, including Mayweather himself. Canelo has also proven his ability to take punches from bigger fighters, something Crawford has never faced in his career. If the fight were to happen, there are 2 primary scenarios in which it could play out. If Canelo successfully pressures Crawford, cuts off the ring, and lands his power shots, he could overwhelm Crawford, potentially winning by knockout or a decisive decision. Canelo's ability to invest in body shots and wear down opponents has been a key strategy in many of his victories, and it could prove effective against Crawford, who has never faced someone with Canelo's punching power. On the other hand, if Crawford can use his movement, ring IQ, and counterpunching skills to outbox Canelo, he could win by decision in a fight similar to Mayweather's victory over Alvarez. For Crawford, the key would be to avoid prolonged exchanges and prevent Canelo from setting his feet to land power shots.
Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. Power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind.
From a historical perspective, a potential fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford would be one of the biggest boxing events in modern times. A victory for Canelo would solidify his claim as the best pound-for-pound fighter of his era, showcasing his ability to overcome elite boxers regardless of style. On the other hand, if Crawford were to win, it would be a monumental achievement, positioning him as one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. Moving up multiple weight classes to defeat a champion like Canelo would place Crawford among boxing legends who have defied weight disadvantages to make history. Mayweather's final assessment of the potential fight suggests that, while he respects Canelo's power and accomplishments, he leans toward Crawford due to his technical brilliance. However, Mayweather remains cautious about making a definitive prediction because of the significant weight difference between the two fighters. If the fight happens, it would be a clash between two of the best boxers of their generation, a battle between power and precision. The outcome of the fight could shape both fighters' legacies for years to come. Dreams often evolve into reality, and the ongoing discussions around a potential showdown between Crawford and Canelo are proof of that. After years of deadlock, negotiations have gained momentum, leaving boxing fans in disbelief. Reports suggest that the fight is becoming a real possibility, and this has electrified the boxing world with anticipation. Fans, analysts, and fighters alike have been eager to offer their predictions, flooding the conversation with their insights. Unsurprisingly, Canelo Alvarez has emerged as the overwhelming favorite in most early forecasts. However, in an unexpected twist, a handful of voices have started rallying behind Crawford. One such voice is that of Jake Paul, who recently added his name to that select group. On Tuesday, Jake Paul and his business partner, Nikisa Badarian, appeared on the debut episode of the Ring Champs Asterisk.
Also, he hasn't learned how to lose yet. I think he does have those special ingredients that go beyond the physical genetics, the physical DNA. So that's it. Okay, good. You don't like it? Too bad.
Stepping up by 14 pounds to face a top-tier super middleweight like Canelo Alvarez is no small feat, particularly when that opponent is a pound-for-pound legend who has reigned over the super middleweight division since 2020. A potential showdown between Canelo and Terence Crawford would be regarded as one of the biggest boxing events in recent history, with each fighter posing significant challenges to the other. Both have achieved remarkable milestones in their careers, and this matchup could have profound implications for their legacies. In his unexpected prediction for the fight, Israel Madrimov, who faced Crawford last year, shared his thoughts on the potential clash between his former opponent and Canelo. Madrimov, who lost to Crawford by unanimous decision in their WBA light middleweight title bout in August, offered his perspective on the highly anticipated matchup. Crawford's victory over Madrimov earned him his fourth world title across multiple divisions. And the next logical step in his career seems to be a challenge against the reigning unified WBA, WBC, and WBO super middleweight champion, Canelo Alvarez. Madrimov, reflecting on the potential showdown, made it clear that stepping up 2 weight divisions would be a massive challenge for Crawford. He said, "It's a very different weight class. Canelo will win, I think by decision." Madrimov believes that size will play a crucial role in the fight, and although Crawford is known for his technical brilliance, the weight difference may prove too much to overcome. However, Madrimov's primary focus remains on his own upcoming return to the ring after suffering his first career defeat. Madrimov will face the undefeated Ortiz in an exciting bout scheduled for next month. The most recent fighter to weigh in on the mega fight between Canelo and Crawford is WBC lightweight champion Shakur Stevenson. According to reports, the two fighters are tentatively set to meet in a September showdown, with Crawford moving up from super welterweight to super middleweight to take on Alvarez. While some viewed this weight jump as a significant disadvantage for Crawford, Stevenson remains confident that Crawford's superior boxing skills could still give him an edge. Terence outboxes that expletive out of Canelo, Stevenson said during an interview with IFL TV. The clash has certainly captured the attention of the boxing world, with many debating how the fight might play out. One key factor that adds intrigue to the fight is the rehydration clause, or lack thereof. In a recent interview with *Ring* magazine, Crawford's trainer, Brian Bomack McIntyre, revealed that the fight would proceed without a rehydration clause. This means that Alvarez won't be subject to any restrictions on his rehydration ahead of the bout. McIntyre criticized the idea of a rehydration clause, calling it unfair, especially since Alvarez competes in higher weight classes than Crawford. McIntyre emphasized that Alvarez would be severely drained if forced to adhere to a specific weight limit on the night of the fight. "That's some weak stuff," McIntyre said. "You can't come in this much. Man, get the expletive out of here. It's boxing. You got on the scale. I made the weight. Regardless of what I come back as, you accepted the fight. Let's get in there and fight like men. Simple as that."
What's good? I'm back again, the biggest hater in the sport of boxing. Yo, real quick, just got done. I woke up 3 a.m. I don't know, someone told me to study Canelo, study Crawford. Crawford about to beat the shit out of Canelo Alvarez. I'm letting y'all know right now, he about to beat the brakes off of Canelo Alvarez. Yes, he is. Number 2, Devin Haney. You want to get back, man, go back to your roots, bro. Go back to where you started, bro. Where'd you start? You started in Mexico, man. Go back, get one of those guys out of there, man. Go back, start there. That's where you start. Go back to your roots, bro. Get some of that humble pie, bro. Go back, start where you started. Start where you started at. And bro, I'm telling you, you go back where you started, you're gonna come back up on top. Peace.
Crawford will be eager for Bradley's analysis to prove accurate as he aims to defeat Canelo and join the elite group of fighters who have beaten the Mexican icon. In May 2022, Alvarez suffered a loss to Dimitri Bivol in the light heavyweight division, marking nearly 10 years since his first professional defeat, which came at the hands of the legendary Floyd Mayweather in 2013 at 154 pounds. Top-ranked boss Bob Arum, who has worked with Crawford on numerous occasions, isn't ruling out the possibility of a showdown between Crawford and Canelo. In a recent Fight Hype interview, the 93-year-old seasoned promoter shared his insights on the much-anticipated match. Arum emphasized Crawford's unique skill set, particularly his ambidextrous ability, which makes him a challenging opponent. "Crawford is a great boxer-puncher and totally ambidextrous," Arum explained. "He drives his opponents crazy because they train to fight a right-handed fighter, but end up facing a southpaw." He pointed to Crawford's victory over Errol Spence Jr. in 2023 as evidence of this tactical advantage, where Spence was completely outclassed after preparing to face a right-handed fighter, but encountering a southpaw instead. Arum added that Crawford's goal is to create a spectacle like the Manny Pacquiao versus Oscar de la Hoya fight, where a smaller fighter dominates an established star. Crawford is determined to showcase his brilliance in the ring and make history with a victory over Canelo. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and ring the bell icon to stay updated on our future videos.